Tibet. For centuries, one of the mightiest powers in Asia. A unique civilization protected from the prying eyes of the world. An unknown and uncharted paradise in the Himalayas, and the source of so many of Asia's greatest rivers, including the Brahmaputra, the Indus, the Yangtze, and the Mekong. A country rich in natural resources and mineral deposits. Destiny, it seemed, had ordained that Tibet remain one of Asia's great powers. In 1949, when the 14th Dalai Lama was still a boy, our homeland was invaded by the People's Liberation Army of China. At this young age, His Holiness was called upon to assume full political power, and he became the head of the Tibetan state. For nearly a decade, he and his government attempted to arrive at a peaceful settlement with the People's Republic of China. But things came to a head in 1959 with the brutal suppression of the Tibetan people's revolt against invading PLA troops. His life in danger, His Holiness was forced to escape into exile in India. Facing great dangers, several hundreds of Tibetans began to make the journey to India to join their leader in exile. Risking life, leaving behind everything they had known, their possessions, and often even families, they arrived in a new country. Tibetan settlements were set up in small pockets across India. Dharamshala in the hills of Himachal Pradesh became the seat of His Holiness and the Central Tibetan administration, and assumes immense significance, representing Tibet and her civilization to the world. India has been the greatest amongst our supporters, allowing us residence without insisting that we opt for an Indian citizenship. Thanks to the government and people of India, we have successfully created a functional democratic institution and hierarchical administrative units at par with any other nation-state. We run 65 schools exclusively for our children across 45 Tibetan settlements. Each settlement is also equipped with primary health facilities. We have over 200 monasteries and religious institutions to preserve our religious practices and our ancient traditions. Where we have thus far struggled is in aiding and sustaining all these entities. Until now, we have managed with the help of donors and friendly countries, but that may not remain so as several critical elements are changing rapidly and against our endeavors. The lack of employment opportunity and productive assets makes our long-term sustenance challenging by defeating the very purpose of being in exile. The lack of legal entitlement to land or capital assets makes it difficult for the mainstream government and financial institutions such as banks to provide us with financial services, let alone credit and loans. Historically and culturally, we have been merchants and traders. We are born entrepreneurs and skilled artisans, but in exile we have been unable to boost our knowledge and skills sufficiently due to the recurring challenge with production, including capital. This has weakened our socio-economic growth significantly and has resulted in a further fragmentation of our diaspora. Exile has been an indefinite and a most uncertain phase for our people. In India alone, we are over 70,000 strong, with 2 generations now born in exile who have never seen their homeland. What was once imagined will be a temporary settlement has become a place of residence, one that we can say is comfortable but not quite home. The desire for an improved quality of life and opportunities has led to another wave of displacement, this time to the West. A further 65,000 Tibetans live in North America and Europe, forming a sizable and significant Tibetan diaspora. Our long sojourn in exile has shown us that it is time we take charge of our own future. We can no longer expect to sustain solely on the goodwill of other countries or communities. The urgent need of the hour is for exiled Tibetans to become self-reliant by creating strategic institutions that promote financial literacy, financial products, and services. In doing so, we will strengthen our foundation in order to create more economic assets, more opportunities and jobs for our youth, and enable a better social acceptance of the Tibetan people on a global scale. TibFin is the first for-profit Tibetan enterprise created in exile, the flagship brand of Gangjong Development Finance Private Limited. TibFin has been conceived as a single body, and its vision is to leverage Tibetan culture and the spirit of entrepreneurship to promote financial inclusion for all and build a resilient and prosperous Tibetan community. TibFin's mission also aims to promote access to financial services through affordable capital and increased financial literacy. Already, TibFin has the NBFC or non-banking financial company license from the Reserve Bank of India. This is the first step towards our goal to become a full-service bank.
아주 찬양기 시대 가르스나 벽 자도인데 테다 푹 가르쳐 그래서 딜러법에 셔시된 거래서 얘들아 당아서 전주 라 미망부주 여봤다 전주 딕수요 뭐해라 봐. 다 딘나라 아니고 행아 수수수수 그테 푹라 법에 셔시된 거래서 나시 벤조 레군 톤에다 벤조 샵슈 강스 제체다 주야 되러와 근데 명랑은 좋다 강중 벤조 샵슈 강스 다샤샤요레 디기 아니 벤조의 데베톤이 무의 데베톤이 메만 투면서 봐 아니 샵지 가르슈야요레스 제체다 차시 딜 때지 아니 먼저 강중 벤조 샵슈 강 주샤오시레 슈야이라오.
TibFin grew from the Tibetan Refugee Livelihood Support Program, or TRLSP, created to mobilize resources to empower the community.
Anda di shung di ke ta kunjo sum pe mazi yak bo tin chambo adil ngazul pe mazi phen tok bo one ta ngazul lam no to go chenye la ta da da shung de one tin chambo pe mazi yak bo do oda didal ba ba ka din che shu yare ta da shung de one yak bo do.
TRLSP succeeded by enabling an increase in income by 41% among sweater sellers. Between 2017 and 2019, 3,864 Tibetan small businesses were supported with loans amounting to Rs 40 crores, which is about $5.3 million. TRLSP also ran campaigns to improve the financial literacy and management capacity of the traders. While TRLSP enabled an improved financial status among our small business owners, significantly it showed us the way forward and to step out of the shadow of charity, donations, and subsidies.
내가 강중 벤조 샵슈 강디 단대 차라 야나 팀디 툼바 야 경우간 침보 Reserve Bank of India 네 가드 라시아베기 다 벤조 샵슈 강 차되고 알아 디송자 팀디 툼베 인데요 하라 폭담부시라 차되요레 다디 규체 다 지조 난라 당은주 지겔팽에 폐열에 다 야베 독숨리 중에 믹세 야갈 중에 촐라 다 소소 초하게 체도 마음발라 아니 응주기 부야리시 쯔베 아니 벤조드 데빌리시 체 가즈 빼토베 이내야 펜도치무시라 용그레 섬도 다 벤조 야게 싱와이나 지조 템보 용그레 지조 템보 용와이나 수수 부굴라 셰연 토니베 이내야 로송타에 junggure 간지 텐님베 이내야 펜도 첨부 용기 위협을 때네 단대차라 강중 아니 벤주 샵슈 칸디 야그 팀 바까도 위협이 딕수 차이던디 안 개침부에 지슈엘라.
The vision for TibFin is to be a regulated financial institution which is legally compliant and can accommodate large capital on an ongoing basis for a range of financial products.
지단 통마 강조 변주 셉슈칸게 레시디 가샤디 값소 무소 가샤 가조 슈베타 냠도 그가조 템베 참라 레시 고츠브레 고츠네 아니 니도 줍든 기 진짜 죽지기 나로라 소방뉴스 되게 치사베 제라 소베 맞아스 고왔다 맞아디 가샤기 람드다 퉁교기 원에 아니 나조 안다 잉레 구접 통과 태원 구접 통과 대가나신기 일본 구접 통과 숨기 맞아 아마디 야고 뭐 제반이 하지 군족이 쪼도 좀나 중앙기 리시 개침부 차대요스디 가샤 잡대 이제 쪼치 대가나신 리싱고스 조심을 값수 아니 nansi legun gyune sanne gonje same tungyun naye suzon kido gu tungyun naye de digzu mangbu chigi ta so sokba chunju de zo che degi sokba gyune chila chigi genke ton leshi yabu chaya do degi.
TibFin currently offers commercial loans aimed at small and medium businesses that require a maximum loan size of rupees 50 lakh or 5 million rupees. Livelihood loans previously dispersed under SARD or the Social and Resource Development Fund supported micro-entrepreneurs like the winter sweater seller, trinket seller, summer seasonal trader, caravan operator, and taxi operator. TibFin's commercial loan products are for business owners seeking to expand their business at regional and national levels. Our product portfolio will include personal and professional loans, and our current portfolio of financial products will continuously expand to accommodate the needs of our growing client base. We expect to add payment bank, money markets, and currency exchange units.
아니 다당아주 디 총대가라 베메기 냠슈 칸데지얼라나 다치 카두시나니 게무숑에 저래다 이네 만주기 칼라워레 보멜라이디 다가시 멤버지 운네고라 잠리나라 지기 운네 깨와 포냠이 포모다냠이 라이저와 디 운네 야지 된구도 성도 칼라나 총게도 좀 발 슉체제 총하나 다가도 좀 보멜랑지 된되고 얼마도기 아주 교가 빼뉴니 야자마소나 보메데 야자 야나네 야자 딘주 보멜랑게나 야자 숨지도 깨와 포소소를 안 되고 레스라디 슈에로 칼란디 안직 로단지레 아주 보메데 망아로제레 아주 밀라이네 보메체데 좀 보메데 망아시 채고다 아니 디인데 좀 봐 단다 보메기 냠추도 슉체지요 레스 아니 깨와 포기 아다 부기 레가디 망체지다 낭기 파웰라나레 낭기 풀라나레 빙야부 주조라나레 창매기 냠추 레가디 가라나 잘라되체 안다 나지게 총가 슉체기 슉레 레가디 슉체지다 아니 낭고체 레가디 슉체지다 깨오 포기 소소랑 소소 지게나레 빙야부 지게나레 낭기 파웨 지게 딘데로 지도디 고레 아니 강이 시슈데 잘라되다 야마지 야마 양생한테 로봉에다 딘데지니 좀 봐라니 등산 치수다 간주 단다 깨어 보면지다 가지고 올라난다 지기 범에도 총가 나오로 되제 부드 상황 치료란다 직잘라 자르부로 쇠 딘데 지 돌아 있거든서 지기 치료를 더 먹어지 소소한 게 쇠도에게 직탑시시는 알아서 먼저 쇠도 고레스라 디슈에 딘데도 지레 숙제시다.
To strengthen TibFin towards achieving our goal to become a full-fledged bank that can handle all the banking needs of our community, we have invited investments from our own people. Besides enabling a greater self-sufficiency of our community in exile, TibFin presents a tremendous investment opportunity for wealth creation within a surging Indian economy. As further validation, the Dalberg Global Development Advisors have found that both regulatory climate and market are conducive to establishment of a Tibetan financial institution in India.
다디 폐기의 로고하기 준선 조부디 단다 공도 공시용 송문내시 가샤 기 시주당 다간르신 가당가 주기 찬항기 레시기 토네 중샤부지레 대양 벤조 레공기 яб요다 아니 범이 교용내 яб요나로레 중거레 세슈아이.
We are seeking to attract $30 million as equity, with resources of up to $60 million in our loan book. Investments are coming from Tibetan people and Tibetan groups in the United States, Canada, France, and Switzerland. A Tibetan bank that caters to the needs of its people can begin a new chapter in our history and allow us to shape the narrative of our people in this century.
안데 베탄다 베질랑 베 거트 저거 투치체나 슈에이라 당랑 지 차샤나 마르자 밀라 키고선나 라타 소소 포미낭로 키고선나 디스모 자년러지 키모토로체 아니 양께가 통보체야 요거 대가로요나 정서로체 양장 모토로 차게도라 안데스 단다 베질랑 베샤데 베 펜토보 중앙들 팔라스나니 직소서 독라 남자레 디잘라데 그 야가전에 분을 먹고 하셔서 디 베샤데 케네 딜리네 소서 나와드라 한데지나 되는 케야야 된데 라고 수수요 아니 베젤레 베샤야 미스르다 나가는 능밀라 야고 펜토서 슈에인.
An economically robust Tibetan community will be better equipped to stay the course as we endeavor to regain our homeland. With TibFin, we are writing a new chapter in Tibetan history. one that begins a journey towards greater economic self-reliance. We appeal to everyone who supports this vision and dream to come forward and join us in our noble cause. Our dream is to build an economically strong, self-sufficient, and empowered Tibetan community. When you invest in TibFin, you invest in our future.